From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, November the 19th, 2021. The United Kingdom announced today its intention to declare the entirety of Hamas as a terror organization, no longer distinguishing between its military and political wings and outlawing support for both. Up until now, the UK recognized only Hamas's military wing as terror. UK Home Secretary Priti Patel made the announcement today, saying this government is committed to tackling extremism and terrorism wherever it occurs. Israel's leaders welcomed the action, including Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, who said Hamas is a radical Islamic group that targets innocent Israelis and seeks Israel's destruction. I welcome the UK's intention to declare Hamas a terrorist organization in its entirety, because that's exactly what it is. Thanking Patel and British Prime Minister Boris Johnson for their efforts. Jewish organizations here in the U.S. welcomed the move as well. The American Jewish Committee wrote, "We commend the United Kingdom for its leadership and urge other countries to take similar action." B'nai B'rith International wrote, "Getting rid of the artificial distinction between a political and military wing brings the UK aligned with the U.S., the EU, and Canada, all of whom have already recognized the entirety of Hamas as an illegal terror group." Aaron Kiak was named yesterday to serve as Deputy Envoy to monitor and combat anti-Semitism. The Forward first reported on Kiak's new position, which he is expected to begin this Monday, as his role does not require Senate confirmation, unlike the role of envoy to monitor anti-Semitism, a position that Holocaust historian Professor Deborah Lipstadt has been tapped to fill by President Joe Biden, but the Senate has delayed her confirmation vote. Kiak previously served as Jewish Outreach Director for the Biden administration. Well, a veto against a pro-Israel student group at Duke University was upheld this week. The veto is of students supporting Israel, whose local Duke chapter was recognized on November the 10th, and then that recognition was revoked on November the 15th, over accusations that the group singled out an individual student on social media, referring to a post on the SSI Duke's Instagram page of a screenshot of a Duke student's public tweet, which claimed that the Student Senate's recognition of SSI at Duke was promoting quote-unquote settler colonialism, with a post from SSI offering to educate the student on what settler colonialism actually is and why Israel does not fall under this category whatsoever, and inviting the student to attend their next event. Well, the student called that response targeted harassment, and the student government president, in a rare move, decided to revoke the pro-Israel group's recognition. SSI National wrote in response, "It is unacceptable that pro-Israel student speech and opinions will be silenced, and to claim that the social media response of the chapter put the student at risk is a complete fabrication." Writing, "We ask that student government reinstate the chapter's recognition during its upcoming meeting and address this blatant injustice." That meeting is reportedly set for December the 1st. A bipartisan bill was introduced to the U.S. House of Representatives yesterday to bestow Congress's highest honor on Benjamin Ferenz, the last living Nuremberg prosecutor. The Allgemeiner reported on the bill, spearheaded by Democratic Representative Lois Frankel, who wrote of Ferenz, now 101 years old, from his military service during World War II to his role as chief prosecutor in a trial that brought 22 Nazi officials to justice. Ben Ferenz has led a remarkable life dedicated to the pursuit of justice. It's my hope that this award reminds us all of the importance of always taking a stand and doing the right thing, and helps us keep the horrors of the Holocaust from fading from our collective memory. The bill is co-sponsored by Republican Joe Wilson, Democrat Ted Deutsch, Republican Gus Bilirakis, Democrat Jim McGovern, and Republican Chris Smith. Its introduction yesterday to the House marks the 86th anniversary of the Nuremberg trials, which began on November the 20th, 1945. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, November the 19th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, it's the film Lea and Darija, the true story of two young dancers in pre-war Croatia whose lives are turned upside down by the invasion of Nazi Germany. At 10:30, a replay of the Hampton Synagogue services, followed by a replay from Central Synagogue. And coming up next, it's a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, November the 19th, 2021. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well, and Shabbat Shalom.